spend, I was about to say Saturday. Who knows what day it is? It's a Friday. I've been thinking a lot about, I don't know if anyone else does this. I have arguably more time on my hands than I had a month ago. So I've been thinking about a lot of things about my childhood, like things that I was never really good at and I'm still not good at now as an adult. Something I was thinking a lot about is SMART goals. I don't know if anyone else has heard the phrase SMART goals recently, but basically, setting goals was never a strong suit of mine, and I feel like that's kind of made like this resurgence. So what a SMART goal is basically a way to reasonably set goals for yourself. So instead of being like, I'm going to climb Mount Kilimanjaro, you might say, I might climb up Sugarloaf Mountain. So you set actionable things for yourself to do before you build up to a big thing. I was never really good at that, and that kind of came full circle. So during this period of me not leaving my home, I tried to set some SMART goals for myself. So a good example of SMART goals would be like, I'm gonna finally start knitting because my friend gave me knitting needles and I can learn how to do that. I might want to organize my kitchen. Those are all SMART, actually achievable things. The goal I set for myself about 2 weeks ago was I was gonna find out who the Zodiac Killer was. And this 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 makes sense. This is not out there for me because the first time actually I thought I was going to catch the Zodiac Killer was when I was 15. That was when the movie Zodiac came out in 2007 with Mark Ruffalo, and I knew that the reason this movie was created was so I would see it and then I would figure out who the Zodiac Killer was. And I was so into figuring it out. And then life just gets hectic and you have to go to school and you can't figure out who the Zodiac Killer is. And then I tabled it until I was 23. And then I tried again. And anyway, now I'm 28, trying to crack the case. And it's really difficult. It's really difficult to try to find out who this guy is. And I know he did it on purpose. But I mean, who knows? But anyway, SMART goals. I'm really bad at it. Something else a lot of people I know are trying to learn languages right now, which I think is actually a really good use of your time. And I've always been extremely bad at learning languages, even when I was in school. But I feel like I'm like kind of learning a language in a way, like I'm learning how to use emojis correctly. For years, I only found out last week that one emoji that I thought was a big smiley face is called a grimace face. So I was using this grimace emoji as a big smile emoji for years, and now I feel like I've ruined like countless conversations because of this. And I feel like that's also, last summer, I kept using this phrase incorrectly. There's a phrase called on one. Maybe you've heard of it. You can say, she's on one, or he's on one. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't exactly know what the phrase means, but that doesn't matter because how I was using it was incredibly incorrectly. I was saying, got one. So I would go into a party and I would say, she's got one. And they'd be like, what are you saying, Stacey? What's even going on? And I was like, everyone's saying it now. Children, kids, this is the new phrase. So clearly, anyway, don't listen to me. I don't know trends at all. Oh my gosh. I've been thinking a lot about have you ever thought of the phrase, it's an acquired taste? I've been thinking about that a lot because I just had my first Instacart delivery on Tuesday. And I think what I've been thinking about is, I don't know when you're supposed to acquire it. I don't think I have. Every single taste I have now is the taste I think I've always had. I opened up my Instacart, which was exactly what I ordered. I got 3 bags of goldfish crackers, some fruit gushers, and a bologna sandwich, or like the components to make a bologna sandwich, which is exactly what I used to eat for lunch every day in elementary school. And that's just what I wanted now. And I like stocked up, like I got enough food to last me for a while, but I don't know. I guess I expected to like something else besides those things. Anyway, interesting thought about that. That's something I've been thinking about a lot. I don't know about you. I'm gonna be honest. This has been extremely, like a little bit of a weird time for me. Um, I've been feeling a little low, which I think is like common. So I thought, how can I fix this? And one thing I thought of was like, I can stick to a routine. And then I remembered this like piece of advice from something that I feel like I always come back to, which is the movie Legally Blonde. Legally Blonde is one of my favorite movies, and there's a line in it that is endorphins make you happy. Happy people just don't shoot their husbands. And I was like, okay, how can I get some endorphins? And I looked on the internet and it said exercise. So I've never exercised in my life, but this situation has actually led me to exercise because I thought it would give me some endorphins and make me feel marginally better. And I never thought I'd be a type of person to exercise, but anyway, that's something I do now. So there we go. But you all have been very wonderful. Thank you to the 55 people who are here on it's a Friday night. I was going to say Saturday again. Who knows? And thank you so much for all the comedians who are doing comedy. And thanks, Elani, and thanks, Em. And that's my time. So I'm Stacey Axler.